Hello again, Struck Club. I am back with another Tokyo Game Show coverage video. This one is dedicated to KOEI TECMO. I always mispronounce this name, but this time I made a post to make sure I don't mispronounce it. So KOEI TECMO Games, famous for the Atelier series, also for the Orochi Warriors and Dynasty Warriors. But this time around, there is no Orochi or Dynasty Warriors. There is other things, other good things to cover. This video will be focusing on 5 specific titles. Wowonk. I hope Wowonk is the proper way to pronounce it. So Wowonk Fallen Dynasty, Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key, long title. Fatal Frame, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, and Rise of the Ronin, as well as a mobile title that I'm just gonna mention at the end, Nobunaga's Ambition, upcoming MMO. There isn't much information about Nobunaga's Ambition anyway, so I left it for last. So yes, there isn't that many games, but that means I can at least talk a little bit more for each game in more detail. Also, there isn't that much footage, so that means I still won't be able to talk as much. So buckle up, I hope you enjoyed, and let's go. Let's start with Wowonk. Wowonk Fallen Dynasty had some interesting things. There was an interview video from producer Fumihiko Yasuda and development producer Masaki Yamagiwa. Hopefully I'm not butchering their names. And there's also a playable demo, which is now available since the 16th of September until the 26th of September. I'm recording this on the 20th, so you still have 6 days left of the 10-day demo. The demo is for the PlayStation 5 via the PlayStation Store and Xbox Series via Microsoft Store. So KOEI TECMO publisher and developer Team Ninja. By the way, there's another title from developer Team Ninja, which we'll mention later. Have created a very nice title. Let's tell you a little bit more about the title. First of all, you're probably wondering what platforms will it release on. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Steam for PC and also Microsoft Store. It's releasing early 2023, no specific date yet. But we do know that it will be on the Xbox Game Pass. Good news to you, Xbox gamers out there. Not so good news for PlayStation Plus subscribers. Now, let's provide you with some information. From the depths of darkness, a dragon soars. The demo version of Wowonk Fallen Dynasty, an action RPG set in a dark fantasy Three Kingdoms world, which, by the way, just my comment here, the developers are branding this as Mazukor and as a horror game. Not sure what Mazukor is. Is that the new name for Souls-like games? It might be. As a nameless malicious soldier in the chaotic Three Kingdoms world, the player will face demons and officers using swordplay based on Chinese martial arts. By clearing this demo version, players will be able to obtain a crouching dragon helmet that can be used in the retail version. Along with the distribution of the demo version, we will also be offering an online questionnaire. So they're asking people to let them know their thoughts and opinions via the questionnaire within that demo version. Also, they go on to say, we will provide all of your valuable feedback to our development team, and those who fill out the questionnaire will be able to download original wallpaper. Doesn't mention what type, but okay. Some notes about the game. The content of and the demo. The content of the demo version might differ from that of the retail version, and to play a connection to the PlayStation Network, Xbox Network is required. Play multiplayer, subscription to the PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold is not required. The demo version is available for a limited time, as I mentioned, and you can check the official homepage, which I could include. I will include it in the description, so you can see some more details about this. I've included also links for the demo gameplay tips video and for the producer show interview video, as well as another video. So there's 3 videos I've linked in the description. Yeah, I'm definitely excited. The game looks nice, and Team Ninja is the team behind Nioh. the Nio game. So they also have another game, Ronin, Rise of the Ronin, which we'll talk about later. Moving on to the Atelier series, which by the way this year got 25th year anniversary. It has been one of the longer running series out there. Not the longest, but definitely in the top 5 maybe longest running series coming from Japan. Atelier Ryza or Ryza, I'm not sure what the best way to pronounce it, but I'll say Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key. There is a Boss Brun trailer that reviews Boss Brun. There's also an announcement trailer and a first look. I've included footage from some of those for you to watch. So I'll try to maybe talk a little bit longer so some more of that footage can be shown. First of all, um, the game is due out for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC via Steam for PC. And we have a fixed release date, February 22nd, 2023, in Japan, and February 24th worldwide. So, what is the game about? Let's talk about the story. The final summer, the final secret. Following the events of Atelier Ryza 2, the Lost Legends and the Secret Fairy, Ryza's final summer adventure is about to begin. The latest summer escapades finds Ryza and friends enjoying their peaceful lives on Furken Island when they hear news that a mysterious group of islands have appeared in nearby waters. It turns out that these islands known as Kark Isles are having negative effect on their homeland, so Ryza, I'd rather call her Ryza, it sounds better, and her friends quickly set out to investigate. But when their investigation leads to an enormous gate deep within the ruins, Ryza hears a haunting voice in her head that wants to lead her to the code of the universe. Who is talking to her and what lies beyond the gate? Well, play the game and you'll find out. Open field is what they're saying about the game. While uncovering the mysteries of Kark Isles, Ryza and her friends will explore 4 regions in a new open field, all explorable with seamless transitions. As players travel through these beautiful and vast sprawling landscapes and vistas, they will find mysterious keys that will aid them on their adventure. There are various types of keys that can be found and created, useful for exploration, synthesis, and battle. Each key has a different effect, so players will want to try experimenting with them as the keys to unlocking the island secrets are now in your hands. Regarding the characters, it says the Atelier is a 3 Alchemist of the End, and the Secret Key reunites players with characters from previous games as well as making new friends pivotal to the story. A total of 11 party members will be featured in this latest entry, one of the largest rosters in series history. Returning for the 3rd summer adventure is the reliable, friendly Ryza Stout, Ryza, voiced by Yuri Noguchi, pardon me, Yuri Noguchi. The intelligent and hardworking Claudia Valence, voiced by Hitomi Owada. The devoted ruins researcher Tao Mongarten, voiced by Junta Terashima. And the humble and sincere Lent Marsling, voiced by Takuma Terashima. 2 Terashimas, I wonder if they're related. With more characters to be announced in the coming months. And they did announce as I said, Boss Brunnen. But they're not saying who's voicing him over. Maybe the trailer says it. I need to check it again later. So as I mentioned, February 22nd, 2023 for Japan, February 24th worldwide. PlayStation 4, 5, Twitch, and PC. Definitely a lot of stuff worth looking forward to if you're a fan of the series. By the way, there is a panel. If you look in the description of the video, you would see 2 big videos: KOEI TECMO Live in TGS 2022, which is over 4 hours, and a shorter one that is TGS 2022 KOEI TECMO Special Program Atelier Ryza 3 Wolong Dynasty, dedicated to just those 2. And you might want to check those out for some more information and stuff. Obviously, it's in Japanese, so you might want to just watch it. I'm not sure if subtitles are enabled there on YouTube, but just worth mentioning that there's extra information to check. And also there is a link to the official website you might want to check. Again, link in the description, as well as links to the other 3 videos I mentioned earlier. Now I want to cover an interesting game that they announced. Not the typical game from those developers as far as I'm concerned, as far as I've seen. Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. It's coming to PlayStation 5 and for Xbox Series and Xbox One, Switch and PC in early 2023. We do not know exactly when. Keep in mind, this game was first released for an Wii in Japan in July 2008. Not sure if they spiced up the graphics, but the graphics look okay for modern times. Sure, it looks a little bit outdated, but it looks fine. So if that was the graphics on 2008, I would be surprised. Most likely not. This seems to be a remastered release, and it will mark the first time the game is playable outside of the country, which is a big thing worth mentioning. Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse takes place a decade after 5 girls mysteriously disappeared at a festival on Rugetsu Island, an island in southern Japan. While all of the girls were eventually rescued, their memories were lost, with only the faint remembrance of a single melody and a seemingly possessed masked woman dancing in the moonlight. Now, 10 years later, with still no memory of the events surrounding their disappearance, 2 of the 5 girls have died, discovered with covered faces and found in a tragic crying pose. The remaining 3 girls now head off to the eerie island to solve the mystery of their friends' death, but also unlocking the mystery of the memories left behind. As the girls explore the Western-style mansions and abandoned hospitals on Rugetsu Isle, they will rely on the moonlight and the faint flashlight to search for clues. The story progresses by discovering relics like old newspaper articles and notes that help the girls unravel the island's secret past. While exploring, the girls will also be confronted by a series of spirits. They will need to use a Fatal Frame franchise classic, the Camera Obscura, to repel vengeful ghosts, sealing away their power by photographing them. Throughout the game, the girls will need to equip stronger lenses and change out different films in order to capture the most powerful spirits, while also using the camera to capture things that cannot be seen to help them find the evidence they need to remember their haunting past. The remastered game features all new photo modes, along with new and altered costumes and enhanced graphics, including the improved rendering of shadows and light, delivering a more immersive and frightening experience. In addition, in-game movies and character models have been brushed up to deliver a story that shines both narratively and aesthetically as the 3 remaining girls attempt to rediscover their past before becoming victims once again. So yeah, that was the official announcement from the developers regarding what the game is about. There is a trailer that would have been whooping by now as I'm talking, so keep in mind, it seems that Grasshopper Manufacture and NetEase are involved in the game, but KOEI TECMO also is, so there's that to consider. We don't know fixed release date as I mentioned, but early 2023 is when you could expect this. Now a game I'm seriously excited about. It looks like the Assassin's Creed Red, but from Team Ninja that I mentioned, the Nio developers and the people behind Wowonk. So published by Sony Interactive Entertainment and KOEI Tecmo Studio, Steam Ninja. They have announced the Rise of the Ronin some time ago, very shortly before Tokyo Game Show. And this game, as far as I know, didn't see specific coverage, maybe just mentions in TGS. Maybe there wasn't much to show. Who knows? Maybe they're saving more announcements for the game for another upcoming show. But it's a new action RPG due out for PlayStation 5 exclusively, only PlayStation 5 and only PlayStation, no other consoles and no PC. It's coming in 2024, so it's far off. Most likely we'll see some more announcements around the end of the year or the beginning of next year. But here's some information from the PlayStation blog. Here at Team Ninja, we are incredibly excited to introduce our very latest action RPG game, which takes you on an epic and unfettered journey as a Ronin at the dawn of a new era in Japan. It was 7 years ago when we first began this project, and since then, the development has progressed slowly and freely, much like the spirit of a Ronin. It is with great pleasure to finally bring this title to light, and we are filled with gratitude on being able to make this announcement with PlayStation, who have supported us and this project throughout these many years. Rise of the Ronin is a combat-focused open-world action RPG that takes place in Japan at a time of great change. It is the variant of a 300-year-long Edo period, commonly known as Bakumatsu, set in the late 19th century. Japan is facing the darkest of times and struggles with its oppressive rulers and deadly diseases, while Western influence permeates as civil war continues to rage between the Tokugawa shogunate and the anti-shogunate factions. In this time of mayhem, you embody a Ronin character, a warrior bound to no master and free to make choices of its own. Rise of the Ronin is a new Team Ninja experience that will immerse you in an historically inspired world while bringing together its renowned combat action with katanas and the likes, with new firearm weaponry that depicts the unique personality of its time period. We at KOEI TECMO have had many titles in the past that were based on history, but with Rise of the Ronin we set out to take the next big step. By harnessing all the skills and knowledge we've gained over the years, we really wanted to take things to the next level by attempting to thoroughly portray the most critical revolution in the history of Japan, including the darkest and ugliest chapters that many will shy away from. This is undoubtedly the most ambitious and challenging project for Team Ninja Studio to date. Yet, we will allow our experience in creating samurai and ninja action games to guide us throughout this journey. Beyond the action elements, we will be steadfast in our efforts to create a multi-layered story that showcases the world of the Bakumatsu period and the revolution that took place. The characters that you will meet all have their own brand of justice and motivations, and whether you decide to side with or against them, each decision you make will matter. With new combat action and unrestrained open gameplay, we're looking forward to setting you free as you immerse yourself as a Ronin. Yes, definitely. I'm liking the way they're describing this. Again, this is the State of Play September 2022 review trailer that you've been seeing. So far, it's the only trailer I could find of the game. But again, it's coming in 2024, so obviously it's still too early to expect more to be revealed. So hopefully you're hyped at least a little bit for this game. It is Assassin's Creed Red, but the Japanese version. The Japan-made Assassin's Creed Red is what many might call this. We'll see which one will be the better. I hope that they're different enough to not cannibalize each other or whatever. I mean, cannibalize may be the wrong term because they're different publishers and studios, but to I hope that competing between those games would not result in bad sales for one or the other, because both games seem promising and something I want to try myself. And as I mentioned at the end of the video, I want to just mention another game that was talked about in the Tokyo Game Show from Koei Tecmo. Nobunaga's Ambition arrives on smartphone as an MMO strategy simulation game. Players aim to survive the Sengoku era as a world serving the daimyo of various regions of Japan. In order to develop their clan, players of the same clan will at times work together as dependable allies in battles against other clans, and at other times as rivals competing for merit. Compete for territory on a national map covered by the four seasons, expand the clan's power in siege battles held on a dedicated map, and aim for the unification of Japan. They're mentioning that the game is diligently in development, and they're saying it's currently planned for release in Japan. Maybe that's why I can't find any English information. I mean, there is this thing that I've just read, and that's it. And there's the official website, which is all in English as far in Japanese as far as I can tell. Um, right now on your screen, you might be seeing some of the stuff I'm seeing on the website. So just to give you an idea. Google Translate, I'll include this link, and you can use Google Translate to at least get some of the stuff that you're seeing translated. And hopefully that's enough for today. To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end, Struck Web. Keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.